wanted to give a little 2-year review of my Stradic FL. This is a 2500. I've been fishing with it for about 2 years now. It's still pretty smooth. Definitely not as smooth as when I started out, but that's probably because I haven't done full maintenance on it, but still definitely in working condition. I fish a lot of saltwater on a kayak, so this thing is getting sprayed all the time, probably, I don't know, 2 to 3 times a week. I've also fished a lot of beaches doing surf fishing up in Oregon for salmon on the Columbia, so definitely has gotten dropped in the sand, submerged in salt water, brackish water there, but really no issues at all. This was my first kind of nicer reel, you know, better than some $40 thing you got. I actually bought it on Digitaka. It's like a Japanese fishing retailer, which is like, I think at the time it's basically half price due to the conversion, so that was really good. But yeah, I've used this for a lot of salmon fishing, steelhead, striped bass, and halibut in the Bay Area and in Oregon, and I've had no complaints. I think my favorite part about this reel is how finely you can adjust the drag. It's really like a full turn is equal to like 1 click on some of my other cheaper reels. So you can really fine tune the drag, which you know, almost mandatory for salmon fishing because you're using barbless hooks, so you got to be really careful about over tightening drag because you will lose a fish, and that's pretty tragic when you've been out there casting for 6 hours. So yeah, it's been super dependable. I have some Vervos casting PE. This stuff is awesome. It's so consistent. I've never had an issue with any breakage. I forgot what weight this is. I think it's 22 pounds test. I'm actually noticing it doesn't even say on the spool. So, but yeah, this, I mean, I think I prefer it over the J-braid. I've had a couple issues with J-braid with just getting more wind knots than I've experienced with this. So this is actually the first time I've tried Vervos, and I definitely understand the hype around it. It's super dependable. I mean, the line on here is probably a 1.5 years old, which I don't know, would probably be time to switch it out, but I don't know, no breakages, no rubbing or anything, so it's been really good. Do have a little wear on like the handle from just setting it down on rocks and stuff, but other than that, it seems just about brand new. Probably need to do a full service on it, but honestly, as long as it's still smooth and fishing well, I just feel like leaving alone is fine. Another great thing about this reel is it's so light, so if you're fishing all day with the 2500 size, I mean, it makes a world of difference. So you can, you know, fish all day. I have this on a Lamiglass rod, and it's perfect. It's so balanced. So it's a really nice thing to have, is lightness and reliability. So yeah, and I mean, this has a max drag of 20 pounds, which I don't even know why you would ever need that much drag on a 2500 size reel. That seems crazy to me, but I think the best part about it is even when you really crank it down, I mean, I never would have it this tight. It's so smooth. I mean, the drag is so consistent. There's no like catch point. I know on some of my more budget reels, you know, it has a kind of a breakthrough where when it starts to slip the drag, it has a little bit of a cliff and then falls off. But this thing is just from the first click, it's the same amount of drag, which is really important to me. So yeah, I mean, never had an issue with line capacity, even fishing for Chinook on the Columbia, throwing big spinners. I mean, those things are powerful fish. I think the one I caught was 12 pounds, which isn't a big Chinook, but still a pretty decent fish on a 2500 size reel. And yeah, it's just dependable and works. And I think I paid about $140 for this reel, and I honestly have no complaints. I've not even really, I feel like for me, I know it's a great reel when I'm not like shopping for a new reel because, you know, it's too heavy, or, you know, keep losing fish, or it's not dependable, or I keep having to replace parts. I haven't replaced anything on this. Literally the maintenance I've done is a couple drops of oil on, you know, the arm bearings, and then the line roller and the handle too. So I mean, I have no complaints for $140 when, you know, you can spend $250 up to, you know, Stella and all that kind of crazy $1,000 reels and stuff. Yeah, so I mean, it's done everything I've wanted it to do. When I'm fishing for salmon, you know, most guys are using 3,000, 4,000 size reels. Same thing with halibut, doing little, you know, paddle tails and stuff. Like, people are using really large size reels, and I've never felt like a fish had the advantage using this. You know, you're not cranking them in with this, but I mean, that's the fun of fishing to me, is not just, you know, cranking something in. You have to play it right and use the rod to your advantage, and this has been flawless for me. So yeah, highly recommend it. Don't really know what else to say other than, yeah, it's been a great reel. Super quality. I mean, nothing feels cheap on it. I don't know. I know there's some people that have problems with the FL, because there's the new FM, which is better in a number of ways, but I bought this one because it was on sale and it was cheaper. So definitely a good way to get a quality reel for a lot less if you're willing to, you know, get the model before. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what else I could ask for in a reel. You know, it could always be lighter. You could get a Vanford, but those don't have a metal body. They're a, you know, composite body, so a little different type of reel. But yeah, I mean, I've submerged this a number of times by accident, and it is fine. I mean, I'll just, like, if I do submerge it, I'll usually rinse it off really well. I do rinse off the reel every time I go fishing in salt, so that's important. But I would, when I submerge it, after the day after, I just open up take off the handle and sometimes the side plate here, or the cover, and just let it kind of dry to make sure there's no moisture in there. But that's about it. So I don't know, definitely a nice reel from Shimano, no complaints. You know, for the price, I don't think you can beat it. Yeah, sweet.